Wolfmaan, and I'm here today in beautiful Crooks Hollow, Ontario, Canada. I'm going to take you into the Darnley Grist Mill. Now, the Darnley Grist Mill was named after Lord Darnley of Scotland, a famous ancestor of James Crooks, who gave Crooks Hollow its name. This grist mill was created in 1813 out of huge chunks of stone that were milled from a nearby quarry. There was a 9-meter water wheel that helped turn the grist mill and grind everything up and make it into the flours and powder that are used in kitchens throughout the world. Now, after Crook's death in 1860, this mill was sold to James Stutt. Stutt bought out this mill, and he created a new mill for it, making it the very first paper mill in Upper Canada. It was used exclusively for paper making. Now, unfortunately, in 1885, on July 9th, there was a huge explosion in this mill, which ended up killing 2 men. Some say this mill is still haunted. Now, the mill was bought in 1969 by the Halton Region Conservation Area and turned into its present state today. So let's go on in and have a look around. One of the things I absolutely love about visiting these old buildings is not just the buildings themselves, but look at this brickwork. The brickwork that's around here isn't like modern day brickwork, cinder blocks, things that you see in 21st century buildings. But this is 19th century brickwork. These bricks were originally giant pieces of the quarry. Men went to the quarry and blasted away the quarry walls, taking big, huge chunks of stone. These stones were then carried here and formed into these exact shapes. They were placed here, they were chipped at, they were hammered at by individuals, and they were made like this. They certainly don't build buildings like this anymore. Really, really fascinating pieces of history all around us. Now, this mill looks completely different today than it would have when it was in operation. You would have seen all sorts of automation in here, all sorts of machines that would have done different things, turning flour mills, things like that. Now, this was a time before we had modern day electricity. This whole mill was water powered. So water would have been pulled from the stream outside, and it would have come in along these troughs and chutes that we see in the floor, and it would have turned wheels and things like that. It wasn't until they put the boiler in that the process was automated. So right now I'm inside the last enclosed area of this mill. As you can see, it's sort of a modern day versus antique looking inside, where beside me I have some of the antique walls that were here, the original stone hewn walls, as well as more modern day concrete that was poured and formed. These posts as well are fairly modern. They are the pressure treated material that you see for using in decks and things like that. These were probably installed after the mill was closed so that it would stop some of the degradation and things like that of the building, so it's not falling apart. Now, beneath me is actually kind of a big, huge pit. These would have been used for hosting equipment, parts of the boilers, channeling water, things like that. All around me here are some of the last pieces of automation that were left in this grist mill after it was shut down. You can see these big, huge pipes which would have been used for moving water. That water would have been used by both the boiler when they installed it, and it would have also been used to turn the giant grist mills when this was a grist mill back in the 1800s. I hope you've enjoyed this trip into the Darnley Grist Mill. I'm the Wolfmaan. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. So that's where this tunnel comes out. Wow.